Alright guys, where is my face cam? There it is. Okay, sorry for the delay. We had some last minute difficulties with the connectivity issues that Hearthstone was experiencing. So we've been trying to work things out. We already played the first match. And I won my game at Shaman vs. Druid. Druid had a pretty good start, though I also had a pretty insane draws actually. So it was good RNG on both sides, I guess. I guess the Druid could have used Rams, and that would have helped him deal with my early aggression because I was playing my Shaman. But other than that, the matchup went as expected. Druid has a pretty difficult time against aggressive Shaman decks. So right now we're just waiting on the second match between Yumyong, who's playing a Hunter. Actually no, I think Yumyong's playing Mage.
Yeah, Yumyong's playing
Mage.
Mage.
So Ryong's playing Mage into Paladin, which is actually not a very favored matchup for the Mage. But we'll see if we can get that match started. Otherwise we might just have to jump to the next one. He is online. He shows up on my rentals. I have been sending him messages. He's not been responding. I don't know if he's having trouble with connectivity, but
sure.
Yeah, things are gonna be a bit hectic tonight. Those Blizzard server issues. Okay. Should we just message David to play his game?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just talk a little bit about the matchups that we see, or that we might get to see tonight, depending on how well connectivity is. So our next match is supposed to be Mage versus Paladin. Georgetown is subbing in a player, so their usual Paladin player is going to be replaced by someone else. After that, and I guess the match that we're trying to get set up right now is a Druid versus Warrior. Has David... Okay, looks like David's getting ready.
Yeah, he's getting ready. So David will be our next matchup.
Yep.
In the meantime, while you look up whether you have that recorded. The end of...
There's no need to choose.
It's not long. You can look at the end of game one. See if you have that. I'll run to the restroom. David's running to the restroom as well, so it'll be 11 minutes.
Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
And yeah, the game will get started in just a bit. So besides that, besides the Druid versus Warrior matchup that you didn't see next, we're going to have Thomas, who just left. He's going to be playing Mage and Druid. Generally a pretty favorable matchup for the Mage. Kind of works the same way as the Shaman. The Max Shaman matchup does. You just play a lot of early aggressive creatures and then you burn them to finish the game. And then our last match is going to be a Rogue, Matt piloting his signature Rogue versus a Hunter, which is actually a pretty, it's generally a favorite matchup for the Hunter, though I think you can make some, and I think Matt did make some very good time choices against the Hunter to improve his chances. Yeah, so that's what we'll hopefully. That's what we'll hopefully see tonight. And I guess just to recount my game with Druid real quick. Druid got off to a pretty good start. He started with the zombie shot, definitely what you want to see against the aggressive show player. And then from there he curved into the shade. From there we curved into the shade, curved into the keeper, and killed my guys. And that was a really good start from the Druid. But it seems like from there he didn't draw into the wraps and swipes that he needed to clear my board and maintain board control. So I was just able to overwhelm him after that.
Cool. Did you check our report?
Yeah.
No?
I did. I'll talk about that. Yeah, that's not right now.
David's playing right now. Can you let me know when Union's playing?
Nalfurian versus Gera!
Yeah, of course.
Victory! I must protect the one.
Here we're seeing Druid versus Warrior. What kind of matchup do you think this is? Who do you think it favors, or is it even?
It definitely favors the Druid. So the Warrior has a pretty hard time killing the kind of beefy minions that the Druid puts out.
Right, and we saw last week that you decided to tech in against Warrior. You decided to tech in Spectral Knights.
Yeah. So I think Spectral Knights are really key against the Warrior. Simply because the Warrior's main way of removing minions is through Shield Slam and through Execute. Neither of those can really hurt the Spectral Knight. Honestly, Spectral Knight is like only a bad card versus aggressive decks.
Sure.
And against control decks, like Spectral Knight can be really key because it just counters so much of their main removal.
Right.
Probably the only deck where Spectral Knight, only like mid-range / control deck where Spectral Knight is not effective against, probably because their removal is not required. Just straight up dealing damage to the creature.
Right.
It's just a quality consecrate or a Lord to reduce its attack to 1.
That's right. So we saw the Warrior play Fire War Axe on turn 2. Do you think this suggests that he is a good free dropping? Or what do you think?
I think it's just that the Warrior still doesn't expect the Druid to be playing those. I guess I forgot to mention that this is probably Grim Patron, which actually has a very good matchup against Druid. This Druid actually has no good way to clear the Grim Patrons. Swipe isn't effective because it'll just give them more patrons. And Wrath is really your only way. But the Warrior plays intelligently, you'll have more than 17.
Would you say that the matchup is 60-40, Grand Patron Warrior versus Druid?
I would say it's arguably even more than that.
It's even more than that.
Right.
Wow.
So the Warrior has like reasonable ways to have board control against the Druid. And just the simple fact that there's no good way at least for you to deal with the patrons once he gets multiple of them out.
Right. So we see the Warrior drop Unstable Ghoul here. Do you think that's a good play?
I probably would have just armored up there. It's unclear what the Unstable Ghoul does here. This might suggest that he has a card like Battle Rage in hand though. That way, in case the Ghoul procs, he can draw 3 cards. It's actually very interesting in this matchup so David did the turn 2 attack Fate, the Warrior's face.
Right.
Many people have began to not accept attack. So they choose just to armor up and not attack the Warrior. They figure that the extra card is worse for them than the extra 1 damage.
A blade be thirsty.
Right.
You see the Warrior drop.
So I think the play here would be to coin out the Azure Drake and then intervene with the Wrath to kill the front.
Okay. And then do you...
Alternatively, you could just swipe.
Sure.
But that activates Battle Rage for you.
Right. If you coined out the Drake and then did the Wrath play, would you hit with your Shade or no?
I think I would keep it.
I have no time for games.
Warrior to deal with the Shade. The Whirlwind effect's not going to hit it. And this just allows me to fire the War Axe with the Shade. I've been trying to find a target for the War Axe for a long time.
Here you see David
So he's
instead of doing the Drake, he played Sylvanas. Do you think?
Sylvanas.
Do you think that this gives Warrior too much of the control to decide exactly what gets damage, how big the Berserker grows?
I mean, just a little caveat here. Grim Warrior is a really hard deck to play, and I'm probably not very that great at playing it.
Sure.
So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I think Sylvanas is probably flying here. I'm trying to think of ways that the Warrior could actually effectively deal with the Sylvanas. And unless he runs Silence, I don't think there actually is. He's gonna have to give me something anyways.
Right.
But his goal currently is just to protect him, because it doesn't seem like I'm unsure why he chose to do that attack. This just gives him a very good way to give him a better odds to take the fight.
Right. I think it's because the Warrior thinks he's on a clock and needs to do as much damage as possible to the
Certainly,
right, exactly.
but this just allows him to steal the frog.
Right, steal the frothing, get some damage in, and if David can survive till the next turn, he can heal up.
Right.
But the worry is, at least by turn 7, that Warrior might
With the combo from the
with just some right. It's not like
so I think you would have
yeah. It's not unheard of for the Warrior to do massive amounts of damage from right out the gate.
I guess what's scary here is that he has the Warsaw inner rage rage. Oh, he's 1 mana. No, inner rage is 0.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so that would be what's scary.
If he's playing in one of the more popular Grim Patron decks, I don't think he plays Raging Morgan. In fact, he doesn't play Execute. This I think is the...
So this is definitely so much. Actually, does he have a win here? So Savage Roar gives him 6 damage. And that is 8 damage. He wins.
He wins. If David
that was a huge miscalculation by the Warrior.
Yeah, unbelievable. But if the Warrior didn't have a great way to deal with it, remember, they don't play much removal outside of Slam. So
again, I think this is my Let's see. Give David basically his win.
It's very interesting. In fact, he had so much extra damage. This Sun here does 5 damage.
Exactly. He could even have Keeper.
And well, he can't keep
Sure,
this one,
but
yeah, definitely. Like that puts us 2 up, and that means that we'll see whether Yoon can take his next opponent. If his next opponent doesn't show up, you will be playing. Well, we might just have 3-0.
Right. Mm-hmm. But you will be playing next.
Well, if Yoon's opponent doesn't show up, then we just take the win.
I'm sure.
Right.
Let me see if
Message
I can
one of their other
right.
Yeah. And see.
Alright, so he says that his sub isn't available right now.
Hey, Matt says that he can't see the stream. Can you check on that?
There should be a delay.
Yeah.
I am streaming, so
Great.
yep, there should be a delay. Hey, considering we just started streaming like 10 minutes ago, because that was such a good game.
Am I playing Merintil?
Let me check real quick for you. You will. You are playing Merintil. Do you want us to queue up your game?
Yeah, I'm just asking if he's ready to play.
Bring home the 3-0.
And I'm gonna leave it around. Get into some HP Druid.
No. Pretty favorite matchup for us. Good luck to you.
Thanks. Hopefully I draw well.
Hopefully you draw forward. Yeah, so it looks like our next matchup will be Puppies Thomas playing against Merintil playing the interesting statistic actually. So Jared is actually one of the best classes in this format. And it currently has a 33 and 30 win record after 2 weeks, which doesn't seem to be that good. However, if you consider that Druid's losses, 11 of them have, or I think 9 of them have come from a mage, and 6 of them have come from a shaman, and that the matchup against mage and shaman, against mage is 1 in 9 for the druid, and against shaman is 1 in 6 for the druid. Basically, druid stomps every other class other than mage. Like, mage is single-handedly bringing down the druid. And this is a pretty good hand of Thomas here. Hopefully he draws into a 2 or 3 drop. So it looks like he'll just play the Clockwork Room.
I am ready.
But the druid really wanted was a wrath, or even just Thomas can coin out the blast mage and he'll hopefully kill off the shade, which would be literally insane. It gives the druid a very good swipe follow-up though, so that's worthy. I think this is just. And then druid will hopefully have a swipe here. I guess hopefully for them, not so hopefully for us. But the druid needs a swipe here if he wants to get back into this game. No swipe, because not voting well for the druid at. Sounds going to just drop Highlight Shredder next turn. You can even choose to drop the back getting. I think what actually is beef your body, it can kill 5 drops without dying. Like the Shredder plays it. But honestly, the mage is so ahead at this point that it doesn't like matter. Right, this is the I guess he can just kill it off with his gun. It's interesting as to whether Thomas should have perhaps considered just playing with Macchiato in case the opponent runs mind control time. Burn force an agent here. Oh my goodness, that is an insane RPG roll. Thomas just won that there. Wow. He has so much board presence at this point. And since he's doing our main, I don't see how he doesn't close. Yeah, that's basically the matchup. If Druid can't draw into Wraths, can't draw into their Keepers, and can't draw into Swipes against these aggressive decks, they just end up getting overrun. Lord Hero won't matter here, unfortunately.
Well played. Yeah, the set of really quick games. Yeah, with this win, that makes that puts us at 5-1. I think that secures us in place. So yeah, really well done by our side, and unfortunate games for Georgetown there. They were just kind of out-tempoed in the Druid matchups, and the Warrior matchup, I think, was just swung by that one display. Solid match, solid back corporal roll on the Pilot Shredder.
No, the best part is the fact that he didn't drop Swipe. The time
exactly.
dropped Goblin Blast Mage and
like,
had a 4 and 2-1.
I was like, he needs Swipe or he's gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so let's see if we can get the rest of these matches.
So Matt said he's willing to play.
And hopefully we'll be able to get the rest of these games in for you guys so you can watch them. So this has only been like there's only probably been like 10 minutes worth of games so far.
Hey, can you check this? Great, so this is live.
Excellent. Yeah, no, it's just that these games have been so quick.
Kingdra is his opponent, right?
Let me see.
The wait is over. The devil has arrived.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, can you turn the game audio down and the mic audio up?
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yes, the game audio. Sorry for that, guys. Hopefully that'll be better. Let me just balance out this real quick. Yeah, that should improve the audio quality.
Has Yumyoung's opponent showed?
Nope.
Great. So what we saw last game was the fact that I rolled that he didn't have swipe.
I mean, he actually, it was really unfortunate because he actually didn't have Ancestry on your board.
It was really unfortunate. Like, I saw that he kept one card in his opening mulligan.
Uh-huh.
And
That was probably the wrap.
And it was probably the wrap, and I didn't draw a mech warper.
That's
That means
fine.
he doesn't have. That means he doesn't have an obvious wrap target. Do you think he wraps my 2/1 mech? Like, what does he do?
Yeah, I think so. You need to wrap the 2-1 mech simply because you want to draw into the answers. If your hand is just full of clunky guys that sit there and do nothing while
Right.
the mage hits your face.
The same turn, he did drop the shade. So wrap or shade.
Which turn was this?
This is his third turn. So his first turn he passed.
Oh, I see.
His second turn he hero powered into my lone.
Yeah, so I think the shade there was correct.
Correct. And do you think my play
You last
week
mage was
super risky, right?
no, I think it was correct in either case.
Really?
Yes. So if he doesn't have it, you win the game.
Clearly.
If he has it, you still have really good fun.
Right. Because
Is
I
it-
dropped
so-
either Yeti or the Shredder.
Correct.
Which do you think in that situation, how do you swipe? Do I drop? I think I go with the Yeti.
Yes, you go with the Yeti. So I was even discussing this on stream that on that turn I said that you probably should have dropped the Yeti instead of the Shredder, because it doesn't play the Belcher as much.
Oh, Belcher. Very, very interesting.
Because this turn 5 is probably going to be the Belcher.
Right, right. I considered whether if he were to drop a Druid with Claw, for instance, what my
Sure.
response to that would
Sure.
be. I think that's still ping and hit with the
Right.
Blast Mage.
Right. So I think the Mech Yeti would probably have been more correct. It didn't end up mattering.
Right, right. Because at that point I was thinking, well, if he drops the Belcher, I still have the 5/4 on the board.
Right. Except
Right.
so the problem is that he gets to like hit it with the hero power to declare it, whereas you could hit with the Mech Yeti ping.
Right,
and then play something.
Yeah. So it's probably more correct to play the Yeti in that situation instead of the. I wanted.
But you overran him so hard in that match that just didn't really end up mattering.
I think what was most interesting is that
Oh,
this
he didn't roll
game
Leon. He did
is
not roll Leon.
Huffer.
No. Or sorry, you didn't roll Huffer, yes.
Exactly.
But Misha's pretty bad here too.
So let's talk about this particular matchup. So as we see, Matt here has teched in 2 Earthenry Farseers.
him for that.
And he's obviously not familiar with the fact that he's not playing Priest, since, as everyone knows, Matt mains Priest.
What?
And because Matt mains Priest, the Auction Eye Earthen Ring combo didn't work out this particular
Definitely
turn.
not. No, this is actually a really unfortunate hand for Matt here. So he'll probably just end up clearing the Earthen Ring, and the 4/4 is just gonna sit there and hit face for multiple turns to come. So I would oil here. You need to clear the 4/4. It sucks losing the Death Rattle on it, but if you play this, allowing him to kill
More
the
charges,
Earthen Ring
right?
again
Yeah.
with the bow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, yes, this is 10 times better.
This play is 10 times better according to Jack.
I mean,
So, this means that in 11 different parallel universes, for every win that Matt makes in one of them, the other 10 should have won.
is that how it works?
with the other
Is that how it works?
10 times better?
So it ends up so 100 sets quick shot instead of take damage to the face.
I think when I'm hungry.
So this is brilliant here. So you can just hit into the creeper and play the the Dark Iron Skulker. Matt actually really enjoys this card, and he thinks it's really good. I think he runs 2 of them in his rogue deck. Oh, interesting. He chooses to hold everything.
You know, I think that.
Yo, he's being greedy with this. Is what's happening.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that's necessarily great. We know he has some heal in the deck, but
I mean, at this point, I think you just definitely backstab and just play the Dark Iron Skulker. You can't. I don't know if you can be that greedy.
oh, watch him be greedy.
All right, sure, heal bot to reset yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just waiting for the high main drop. Because I know he loves this card against high main.
Sure.
The Shadow Step is also an interesting inclusion that he decided to do. You figure that he has a lot of really good battle cries that he could make a second use of.
Interesting. I guess the heal, if you're really looking
Right.
to heal.
Right, so you can like, double the heal on the heal bot.
And at this point, I think we lose.
No, he actually has, I think he actually has a, let's see here.
Okay, so he backstabs faces into a 6/5.
Yep, and then you play the Dark Iron Skulker. It's unfortunate, but honestly, that's your best bet to deal with the board.
But isn't it true if that high main gets
If
any
it's a
face
face, you
damage, you lose the game?
Yeah. I mean, it's already generally a really bad matchup because so much of the matchup requires hitting stuff with your face.
Interesting. I love this animation, by the way. It's some of the best
It
animation.
is a solid animation.
Of course, everyone will be complaining in 2 weeks when it takes forever. Longer than Sludge Vulture's animation.
You mean longer than Grim Patron animation?
Yeah.
If you watch competitive scene, so many turns have been missed because
I've
of
been
Grim
roped,
Patron.
right?
Yeah.
I've been roped. No, I play some Grim Patron, not super competitively by any means, but
Hungry Crab.
I think this
Whoa.
is a smart
Oh, he
inclusion
got
in the deck. Because you never know when Rogue's running Verloc Rogue.
No, you got it from the web spinner.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. So it'll probably just be a blood.
Oh, wow.
SI. Yeah.
Interesting.
Just clear the board. And now we play the blood creature. The soul power isn't actually that relevant against the hunter, and you kind of want to draw because your hand is so effective.
Oh, your hand has cards in it. I can't see that 0 mana. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So currently the back step is not done much, or the shadow step is not done much. Still a very even game though. And the hunter is playing mid range, not face. I'm not sure whether that's better or worse.
What is mid-range?
Mid range versus the rogue or face versus the rogue?
I think face versus the rogue is better. Simply because saps deal with high mains or delay high main turns. This hand is looking awful, but I think face is generally better because as rogue you kind of put your face.
I think that's very interesting. I think I would just blade flurry here.
Hit face blade flare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the downside of trading is you get 3.
Oh no, he's gonna shadow step it. Oh, he's not gonna shadow. He's just gonna take the damage to his face. Matt, you really need to find a use for the shadow step, dude. Like you don't have any other minions in your hand.
What do you mean?
You need, and you only have this guy on the board, which might just die next.
I mean, I think Matt is dead. Like, I don't know if this is a popular
He
opinion,
needs to draw stuff here.
but Matt is
That
dead.
doesn't even help him. Yeah, it's not looking good. He's looking pretty screwed.
Like, 6 times out of
He just
10.
blade flurries for the 1/1. I love it.
Oh yeah, and the...
Right. And then he has shadow step for another one and play the Vine Teacher.
Oh, you shot us up a 1/1 super knife. Right.
I am ready to learn. Well played.
Well played. He knows it's over.
Alright, so what can Rogue draw next turn that changes the game?
Zap. He needs to zap Ragnaros. Alternatively, he needs to draw sprint.
into
zap.
Gadget Sun, into one-hit kill.
Well, he's going to draw sprint to zap to get rid of Ragnaros first, right? Or even an Abyss.
Okay, so do you think if you're Hunter here, you take the 25% chance? Like, you know you have 2 damage in hand. You hit face hero power, take the do 2 damage to face, and then let Rag do it.
I think you're 100 in face.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Let's be
I
honest.
hadn't thought about that point before, but
Oh my god.
it's true.
Oh, he double kill command.
I think that's incorrect.
Yes, that was definitely incorrect. I mean, you could have just hero powered and it haven't had the same effect, right?
Right.
That didn't.
The light is not.
I mean, Matt is still alive. The hunter needs one
Wait,
damage.
say that one more time. Did you say Matt's still alive?
The hunter needs 1 damage. From somewhere. It could be the Ragnaros. It could... Imagine he draws a beast this turn. How salty would you be? They just missed lethal on this turn.
Sorry, did you say Hunter didn't have damage in hand?
Look, that's not... Look, there's no damage in hand.
Are you serious? He clearly has quick shot and is just going for the OP, draw a card, kill. Watch. I stand corrected.
Oh man.
The 1/1s have soaked up 16 damage.
The 1/1.
16
No,
damage.
well, that's over. He just hero powers and dies. What?
No. What if he misses lethal?
What if he runs King Crush? Right? And he just decides to play King Crush, not Nelson.
What secret? Oh wow, it's not even explosive.
I mean, it's mid-range, right?
Yeah, but midrange at least runs 1 explosive, and he takes the glorious down.
I think that would probably just be our matches first.
Yeah, Yu Myung is not going to play his match. We'll also take that as a victory since the other guy didn't show up.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that'll be our games for today.
That'll
We
be our
go
games for
4-1 against Georgetown. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We won't turn off OBS so the stream doesn't crash. It'll be awesome.
Low blows, bro.
I didn't say anything.
Wow.
I did not just
So
say
harsh.
anything because I'm going to turn off the stream so we don't have any evidence.
Good games from Georgetown. Well played by them. Unfortunate that the Druids didn't get off to a better start against the Mage and the Shaman.
Yeah, but Georgetown is looking good in the rankings. Everyone make sure to follow them at their Twitter
Yeah,
and
they
their
still
Twitch.
have a chance of making playoffs.
Definitely. Join us next time as we...
Also, good luck to them for their matches in the future and tomorrow. For
Exactly,
their
yeah, because they're making up their match from yesterday.
Yeah.
But everyone can tune into us next week at the same time, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. for our next group matches.
Yep. So we will be having another match next week, Tuesday. Let me check who they are against. Who we are against real quick. Yeah. So we'll be having only 1 match next week.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it'll be our last match of the season.
Do you know who we're facing?
I'm checking that right now. But essentially, this is inconsequential. We essentially secured our playoff spot.
So what you're telling me is I can run Grim Patron Warrior next week.
And I'm gonna run Fatigue Mage, right?
Hey, that's actually a viable deck.
Oh man. No, I really want to run Freeze Mage one of these days.
I heard that if you get the Mage versus Mage matchup, Freeze Mage actually does quite well against Mac.
Yes.
So
well, it depends. It really depends. The Mac kind of needs to get off to a slower start.
Right.
Against Godstar, it's still bad.
like we're concerned as Freeze Mage about Kassan and stealing your Ice Block, right?
Sure.
But if the Mac Mage says, "Well, the other mage is running Mac Mage,"
Alright.
we can out counter them with Fatigue Mage because he will expect duplicate Sylvanas.
Fatigue Mage actually has a good matchup against Mac, I think.
What about Tempo? What do you think about Tempo versus Fatigue?
That's more interesting. So I think Deathlord, if you can drop it on turn 3, swims both matchups.
Okay, interesting. Alright guys, that's been our meta-analysis of Mage versus Mage, the
mages that you never see.
right, Tempo
Yeah.
nor Fatigue.
No, you see Tempo. You just don't see Fatigue or Freeze.
Oh, yeah, I guess with Flame Walker, who
Right.
hates being called
Waker.
Flame Waker.
Whoa,
No.
Whoa.
Hates being called
Whoa,
Flame
whoa,
Waker.
whoa.
That's dangerous to wake up flames. You just want to walk on them.
You just shot me in the heart.
So, with Flame Walker being such a good card,
Oh,
getting
man.
people to number 3 legend on ladder in
I've-
the US.
I've been playing it. It's actually pretty fun. I still prefer my Freeze Mage, but
Sorry, did we say winning or fun? You said fun, right?
Look, I've been playing Shaman on ladder in recent days, so winning is not my biggest concern.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in next Tuesday at 9 for our match against Cornell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck, Cornell.
And then I guess weeks after that for our playoff matches.
Playoff matches the week after that.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye.